guys, how's it going? It's Garrett. Welcome to my first ever Destiny 2 build video on the channel. The build that I have for you today is a very gimmicky build that's like definitely not anywhere towards the meta. But if you know how to use it, it's very fun. And it can even work at like in-game content. Basically the whole theme of this build is that I am taking Stasis and Strand, right? And I'm just mashing it together to create like the ultimate darkness subclass. And how we're going to do that is that we're going to use Transcendence for our subclass. But the main thing is that we're taking Transcendence and just chucking it away. We're not using that at all. So this is how I put the build together. I'm currently running Needlestorm for my super, but if you want to, you could run Winter. And then we're running Empowering Rift, which I'll explain in just a second why. I'm rocking Penumbral Blast for my melee. You could go Arcane Needle if you want to, but I like the utility of being able to freeze targets. And then for the grenade, I'm using Threadling Grenade, like I can just throw out Threadlings. Now for the aspects, I'm using Weaver's Call, so when I use my Rift, I will deploy Threadlings. In addition to that, when I defeat targets with Strand weapons, I have a chance to generate Threadlings. And then for the second aspect, I'm running Bleak Watcher, to where if I hold my grenade, it'll turn it into a stasis turret. For the fragments, I'm running Hope, Balance, and then Purpose, and then I'm running Ruin, and then Bravery, and lastly, I'm running Command. As for the armor piece, I'm running the exotic class item of Spirit of the Filaments and Spirit of Starfire. But if you don't have this exact role, you could use any class item with filaments, or if you want to, you could just run the exotic leg armor. The only difference between the class item and the actual exotic is that when you throw down your Rift, you would get anti-overload rounds to any of your weapons that don't have anti-champion mods on. As for the exotic weapon, I'm running Tessellation when I'm using Strand, and then if I want to use my Stasis super, I can use Adra's Scepter. As for the other two weapons, honestly, you could use whatever you want, it's just as long as it's Stasis or Strand. Just basically use the weapons that would be good for whatever activity you're going into. As for the armor stats, you can go tier 10 Resilience, Recovery, and Discipline, or you can go Resilience, Discipline, Strength, and then Recovery. And these are the mods that I'm using for the build. You can mix and match whatever mods you feel like would be better for the build. Like you can replace one of these reserve mods for like a resistance mod, or you could take away charge up for resistance, and you can change this special ammo finder to heavy ammo finder. You could also replace grenade kickstart if you want with something else, and then you could change bomber out for special finisher if you want to run like dual special or something like that. And then lastly, this is the artifact mods that I'm running. Basically it has a lot to do with the trace rifles and strand themed mods. Lastly but not least, this is what I use for my fashion for this build. I use the shader that matches the look of Tessellation for the armor. And as for the armor itself, I try to use pieces that make it look like the ultimate subjugator. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with what I came up with. The shader that I use for all of the armor is oxidized lead. For the helmet, I'm using Mask of Detestation. For the arms, I'm running Resonant Fury gloves. For the chest piece, I'm using Adornment of the Flame. Then for the legs, I'm using Boots of Secrus. And then lastly, for the exotic class item, I'm using the ornament Truth of Being. For the last 5 minutes of the video, I'm just going to show you guys gameplay of using the build in the 1970 version of Onslaught, and then in an LFG Grandmaster. The whole loop of this build is that you want to hold control of an area and get your grenade as fast as possible. Right before engaging, make sure to pop your Empowering Rift to proc Devour, and then start killing the adds. After, start checking out stasis turrets or your Threadlings to lock down the area. If you're using Tessellation, you can use the special reload that consumes the grenade to load the rocket shot and fire when there is a group of adds or a big target. This build is perfect for anyone that wants to play aggressive or just stay back at a distance. You will definitely thrive in lower tier content, but it could also work in a GM. You will see later in the video that I was top of the leaderboard, having more kills than both of my teammates combined.
We do not care.
Also, shout out to the LFG team that was with me. They didn't leave when I wasn't running well.
You what?
I'm gonna let the rest of this video play, and that's all I've got to say. Please let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you would change differently about this build, or what you like about it. Also, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely let me know what you would like to see on the next build video. If not, then you guys have a fantastic day.
No! No! No!
Say that again?
This guy stinks!